Today is May 5th. Let me go over the lesson 9 practice problems or homework. Number 1 is 3, 4, and 5. All three of these is greater than 5. Draw a double number line to represent this inequality. You have an open circle for 5, and then you would shade to the right because 5 isn't an answer. Number 2, a sign on the road says speed limit 60 miles per hour. Write an inequality. You can say S is less than or equal to 60. Or you can even say 60 is greater than or equal to S. On B, draw a number line. All right, so you put a closed circle for 60 because you can go 60 miles per hour, and then you would shade to the left, shade to the left. And then could 60 be a value of S? Yes, because you can go 60 miles per hour. You can go 59, 58, 57, but you can also go 60 miles per hour. So 60 is an answer. On number 3, one day in Boston, the high temperature was 60, the low was 52. Write one or two more inequalities for T. So T can be less than or equal to 60, and T can be greater than or equal to 52. Show the possible temperatures on a number line. You have to write down all the temperatures that's between 52 and 60. So 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and so on. All right. On number 4, select all the true statements. Remember, when you got these two lines, that means absolute value. So the absolute value of negative 5 is 5 because it's 5 units away from 0. So is negative 5 less than 5? Yes. So we circle A. Okay. B, we wouldn't circle because 6 is not less than 5, less than negative 5. Okay. The absolute value of negative 6 is 6. So is positive 6 less than negative 5? Nope. Okay. C, is 6 less than 3? No. Is 4 less than 7? Yes. Is 7 less than 8? Yes. Okay, number 5. 3 to the fourth power is 81. 10 to the second power is 100. 4 to the third power is 64. 2 to the fifth power is 32. Okay. The price of a cell phone is $250. What percentage? You would make this chart. So the answer is 60%. Elaine is dead buys another type of cell phone for $250. So if it's 75%, it's $187.50. Okay, so make those charts. They really help. Okay, here's the, oops. Right here. Here's lesson 11. Points on a coordinate plane. Describe a coordinate plane that has 4 quadrants. Quadrant is the coordinate plane that's divided into 4 regions called quadrants. Okay, so go ahead and pause that. Write all that down. Put this in your table of contents. Now in fifth grade, you only did the green part. Okay, you only did the green part. You talked about ordered pairs. The first number is always on the x-axis. The second number is always on the y-axis. So say you had 3 and 2. So 3 and 2. So 3 on the x-axis here, 2 on the y. So right over here. That would be 3, 2. And then we would write it in there. 3, 2. Okay. If we had 1, 4, so 1 on the x right here, and then 4 on the y right here. So that would be 1, 4. Now, just like the vocabulary, we're talking about quadrants. So last year you talked about basically the quadrant number 1 right here, first quadrant. This is quadrant number 2. This is quadrant number 3. This is quadrant number 4. And And then a little cheat sheet tells us that we can, quadrant 1 will always have positive, positive. These are positive signs, not T's. So you look positive 1, positive 4, positive 3, positive 2. Because positive, positive. In quadrant 2, it's going to have negative first, then positive. Negative first, and then positive. In quadrant 3, it's going to have negative and negative. So that's a little cheat sheet to kind of tell you like where each of these numbers can be in the quadrants. And then the fourth one can be positive, negative. Positive, negative. Okay? All right. We're going to go to the student task statements now. And then you can just follow along in your notebook, or you can write this on Canvas. It's up to you. Let me find it. All right. Label each point on the coordinate plane with an ordered pair. What do you notice about the locations and ordered pairs of B, C, D? Plot a point at negative 2, 5, label it E. Plot another point at 3, negative 4.5, and label it F. So whenever you have the chance, pause the video and try to figure it out. If you have any trouble, unpause it and see what I do. If you're doing this in your notebook, just draw a number line from positive 5 to negative 5 on both sides. So go to 5 and negative 5, and then 5 and negative 5. All right, so label each point of the coordinate plane with an ordered pair. All right, so this one is 3 and 4. This one here on the x-axis, negative 4, and then 2. And this one here on the x-axis, negative 5, negative 3. And then on D, so 4, and then negative 2. Okay. So what do you notice about the locations and ordered pairs for B, C, and D? How are they different from those for point A? Well, what do you notice? Well, I notice that B, C, and D what they all have at least one negative number, right? Have at least one negative number. A doesn't. A both have positive numbers. Okay. On number 2, B, C, and D have at least one negative numbers. Plot a point at 2, 5, label it E. Plot another point at 3, negative 4.5, label it F. So if you do this in your notebook, that's why I told you to just draw a number line from 5 to 5, and 5 to negative 5, and 5 to negative 5. So plot a point at negative 2, 5. So right here. And then E. So is that what you guys have? And then 3 and negative 4.5. So 3 and negative 4.5. So negative 4.5 is halfway between 4 and negative 4 and negative 5. So right there. And that's F. Okay, how we do? Hopefully we did okay. All right. The coordinate plane is divided into 4 quadrants. 1, 2, 3, and 4 is shown here. In which quadrant is G located, H and I? So look at G, 5 and 2. Where would 5 and 2 be? Which quadrant was that in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2, quadrant 1. How about -1 and -5? So -1, -5, quadrant 3. What about 7 and -4? So 7, -4, quadrant 4. Okay? A point has a positive y coordinate. In which quadrant could it be? So they're saying on the second number it's going to be a positive number. Which quadrant could it be? Think about that. I think there's going to be two answers. So quadrant 1 for sure. And then which one would have a positive number on the second one? That's right, quadrant 2. Very good. I don't think there's any others. All right. And then in 11.3, name the coordinates for a possible landing point to score 6 points. So if you look at 6 points on blue, you have this. You can do an order pair. This one, this one, this one, this one. Look at all the ones you can do in blue. All those. So pick one of those to be one of your answers. So what would this one be? -7 and -3. That's all you have to do. Just pick one of those. Now, number 2, 10 points is really easy. Not easy, sorry, simple. So yellow is 10, and then there's only 2 dots. There's only 2 coordinates for yellow. There's only 2 coordinates for yellow. So what do you got? -5 and -4. And then the other one is -4 and -4. So you can put any of those too. I'm just going to put -4 and -5 and -4. Okay, how about 2 points? So white, all these here in the white, right here, all these in the white. So I'm just going to say -1 and -7. Okay, how about no points? No points means like anything out here. Anything out here. There's a lot to choose from. I mean, can I say 3 and 1? Right? 3 and 1 right here? Yeah, that's way off. I can say 3 and 1. How about 4 points? So green, huh? So it can be right here. There's a lot of different ones in green. I'm just going to choose this one, -8 and -3. -8 and -3. And then how about 8 points? Red. So you got a few reds here, a little bit. I'm going to say right here, -3 and -5. So it can be anything you want. Just make sure that you have it in the right color. -3 and -5. Okay? All right. And then just read the lesson 11 summary to yourself. Just read that. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. There's no homework in math tonight. Just make sure you go on iReady if you need to. And if there's other missing work that you need to do, make sure that you turn it in. All right? Okay, have a good day. And I will talk to you later.